Hey everyone, welcome back to MNMM PTE NAATI. This is Manmohit. Now, guys, in today's video, I am going to share with you all the most common mistakes that everyone makes in their PTE academic exam and how to avoid them. So, I would be giving you some common mistakes. Now, all of them may not apply to you. Maybe you're not making all of them, but at least there may be something out of all these mistakes I would be sharing with you that you may be making, which you can avoid to make sure that you can get your desired scores in the next PTE exam that you're going to give. Just before we proceed, if you need any sort of help and support from us, whether it's PTE or NAATI, Hindi, Punjabi or Gujarati, consultations, coaching or prediction files, we have got that. You can get in touch with us on Instagram or Facebook. The links are there in the description, or you can just search for M&MM PTE NAATI. On Facebook or Instagram, you can find us, you can message us over there and we can discuss. Let's begin with this one. The first one is focusing on all of the topics. Now we know there are 20 different topics in the PTE exam. Guys, all 20 topics are absolutely not important. Even if you're aiming for a perfect 90 out of 90, all the 20 topics are not going to be important. If you're aiming for 79 or 65 or 50, then the topics even reduce. Just to give you a bit of an idea, if you're aiming for a perfect 90 or 90, there's actually 13 topics out of 20 that needs to be properly done in the exam, and you can get away with even getting a perfect 90 or 90. So understand what important topics are there, understand the topics which are not important. We have got a couple of videos on our YouTube channel which you can just browse and go through as to if you're aiming for 79 or if you're aiming for a 90, if you're aiming for 65 or even a 50, which topics are those. You can watch those videos and understand those particular topics just so that you can only work on those ones and not waste your time in practicing the other topics, so you can put less time on less topics rather than less time on all the topics. Next one is following the shortcuts. Now, I do understand this part that yes, PTE exam has got those tips and tricks and strategies which you guys can follow, memorize some templates and all that. It's good, but then also understand one thing at the same time, that it's still an English exam. You can follow shortcuts to only one limit. If you just go with anything and everything that is out there and just start following those irrelevant shortcuts, they may be working for some time, but there is not a guarantee that you may still be getting your desired scores by going on a shortcut path. You still need to practice a lot. You still need to treat it as an English exam. Yes, those tips and tricks can be followed, but also make sure that you're not just relying upon that. The most recent one I can think of is that one-line strategy, which is just going like crazy out there. We also did those couple of experiments where we did find out that yes, those one-line strategies are working, but we never recommend that. The only reason is they are working right now. There is no guarantee that they may be working in the future. So do not jeopardize your preparation. Do not jeopardize your money that you have paid for this expensive exam and the amount of time that you're putting in there, which is priceless. So do not go with the shortcuts. Consider it as an English exam. Follow the correct right tips and techniques and strategies, and then go and give your exam. Next one is giving complex answers. There are certain topics which do not require a very hi-fi level answer. They are happy with you giving them some simple basic answers. As long as it lies within whatever Pearson is wanting from you, they are happy to give you a full score. Do not overcomplicate your answers. That's what I mean over here. There are certain topics such as describe image, right? Now over there is a template, there is a structure that we also provide. You can memorize that one and go and speak that in front of a computer for all the images that you get. I've seen students that try to overcomplicate and complex that by giving a very hi-fi complex answer. But in a result, what happens is they fumble a lot, they make some grammar mistakes, they have some fluency errors, or they mispronounce a couple of words, and in return, they lose marks. Never complicate your answers. Keep it simple, keep it short, follow whatever Pearson is asking from you, and you should be fine. Next one is not using a memorized template. Now, or using a memorized template, right? Now, you also have to make sure of one thing, that the templates that you're using, they actually work. Wherever you're taking your coaching from, or if you have got an instructor, do question them and ask this thing from them, that these templates, are they up to date and are they actually working in the real exam or not? Because not all templates are going to work, right? I may not be able to comment on all the other templates out there. There are many templates, many different templates that work. So do check with your instructor if yours one is working or not. If you haven't memorized one already, you can grab one free from us. There is so many videos that we have created. The links are there in the description. You can memorize those templates because they definitely work. But always make sure you do memorize the templates, and do not just go in the exam without memorizing. Do not think that your English level is really good, so you don't need to memorize something. Yes, your English level may be great, but then if you can memorize something and speak that or type that down in front of a computer and still end up getting a full score, I would definitely go with memorizing my templates, because it is going to make your job a lot easy. May not be in all the topics, but at least those handful of topics where you can actually use a template, like writing essay, your describe image, your retell lecture, summarize spoken text, and so on. Next one is, again, focusing on different strategies. Now, I'm not going to say these strategies don't work or that strategies don't work. Everyone's strategies work, right? Just keep one thing in mind, that just follow one person. Do not just start following one strategy from this instructor, another strategy from this instructor, and these two strategies from the third instructor. All of them work, but if you grab it from different places and combine them, just thinking, okay, this strategy sounds easier from this instructor and this strategy sounds easier from this teacher. Now, do not combine them, and then if you do not get your scores and then you kind of think that, okay, these strategies do not work. No, it works, but just follow one instructor. I'm not even asking you to follow us. That's completely fine. Wherever you are taking your coaching from, just follow those strategies. If you're not taking coaching from anywhere, you can follow our strategies, because they do give you a perfect score if you follow them correctly. But always and always follow one place, put a lot of effort, put a lot of practice, and then go and give your exam, and you will definitely get your desired scores. Next one is, and this goes without saying, not practicing enough, guys. I said at the very beginning, this is an English exam still. Do not think that you can just memorize the templates, follow those tips and tricks and strategies, and you don't have to practice. You can go and give your exam and you can get your desired scores. No, this exam does not work like that. You still have to put in the hard work. Nothing comes in life without putting in hard work. You just have to do a bit of smart work. Do not practice all of the topics. Practice only the topics which are important. Practice the strategies which work. Memorize the templates to shorten the amount of time, but still, the topics that are important, you still have to give it a lot of time, a lot of practice, just so that you can master those topics. And so in return, when you give your exam, you will get your desired scores. And one last but not the least is not understanding the exam format. Now, we know there are 20 topics in the exam, right? It's a big exam. Even though they have shortened the duration, the exam is still a long one, because there's 20 different topics that are going to come. I've seen many students who are not familiar with the exam format. When they go and give their exam, they're really, really nervous, and they panic a lot because they don't even know which question is right in front of them. And the exam goes very quickly. If I just talk about your listening module, you get multiple choice single answer. You get fill in the blanks listening. You get select missing words. You get highlight correct summary, highlight incorrect words. Most of the topics, they look quite similar. If you just talk about multiple choice single answer and select missing words, they literally look identical. Same question, different options, same that dialog box with the timer and all that stuff. So if you haven't familiarized yourself with those exam formats, in the exam, you will definitely panic and get nervous because you don't even know which topic is right in front of you. And in the exam, you don't get a lot of time to actually think about which topic it is, because the timer goes very quickly, plus they start playing the audio right away just in 3 seconds. So you wouldn't have enough time in the exam to think about which topic it is. You just have to be on the spot. You just have to be very quick with that. So to curb that, what you can do is, I always recommend all my students that whenever you practice, once you're done with your practicing, always give few mock tests, full mock tests, before going and giving a real exam. When you give a full-fledged mock test, what happens is you actually do all the 20 topics in sequence. And when you do 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 different mock tests, it just stays in your brain. Your brain can understand, okay, this is this topic, and afterwards, this next topic is going to be this one. So very important to give your mock test. Also, you can get one mock test evaluated by us. If you have given a full mock test on any website and you need a feedback for that, as to get a proper constructive feedback as to what mistakes you have made, what should be the correct thing, what topics you messed up in, what's the correct strategy to follow, what to improve, how to improve, all those things can be discussed as well. Again, you can get in touch with us on Instagram or Facebook and we can have a discussion over there. I hope this video was helpful. If you have got any sort of questions, do feel free to leave them down in the comment section below, and me and Mohit can reply to you guys as quickly as possible. If you have got exams coming soon, I wish you all the very best. Stay safe wherever you are, and I'll see you all in the next video.